wants to do it, he can, but you reap what you sow. If an accident like this happens, if it was something that was genuinely an accident, um, you still end up looking kind of stupid. So I agree with that. I'm on your side there. Um, I don't know what this has to do with Glenn really, but I'd like to just ask you to clear up something you said earlier. You mentioned something, and I don't disagree. I just want you to clear it up. When you said that, you kind of implied that there needs to be a direct correlation between the more power you have and the more burden of responsibility with accountability upon you. Why do you think that people with more power have that higher burden of accountability? I mean, shouldn't accountability be a standard?
Is this live
Yeah.
or
Well, I think
pre-recorded?
there's a
This is
duty,
live.
Live.
Oh,
the
okay.
more people that you're responsible for, right? So if you have a message with your voice that's
I'm
going
gonna
to reach
drop the link
1,000
of
people
where
versus
Zerka
a
is
million,
actually
well, clearly a million
talking
is
about
affecting many
all his
more
jokes and
people,
stuff
a larger
in the chat right
proportion
now,
of
so
the
you guys could check it out
population,
later.
etc. So I think
Um,
it should be a
he explains like
natural
he's like,
human
I
duty,
didn't realize
right,
like
as
all
a
my bad
leader.
jokes were gonna come
And
Yeah,
back
but
and
the
haunt
way you're
me.
putting it there, the way you're putting it there
The
is with
internet never
regards to your reach,
forgets.
right?
Wait, hold
He
up, hold up, hold up.
Well,
So, I mean,
power
you can
is,
equate
yeah.
reach to power if you want, but it's not really quite the same thing. You seem to be saying that because of the size of Glenn's platform, there needs to be more of a burden of
I
accountability.
don't got a big
And it's like
platform.
it's not. You've got one platform. The job you do is to communicate. So if you
I think you got a
communicate
big
one
network.
thing and you advocate for
I
something,
got a network, but
then
that's
you
cool.
find out that somebody's wrong. Like you just do the same thing. It doesn't mean that
And
just
I've got
because
big
you've got a million
balls.
followers, you need to apologize a million times.
No,
You
no,
just do
I
one thing
agree.
nice on your platform. Right. Okay.
Right.
So the thing that the other thing that I just wanted to touch on was, um, Glenn did say to you, at the when you said like, look, don't you believe, aren't aren't you that kind of person where you think that you need to hold your friends accountable?
Damn,
And when he
YouTube.
found that out, like when you were in the, I think it was the shots fired video, I'm not sure, but he did tell you afterwards, like, I don't agree with that. And he did say, and in your words, you acknowledged that he said that this changed things when he looked at the actual picture, right? Now, if you know, like, I mean, you're saying, like, hey, I think there was one bit where you kind of, it seemed, I don't want to be mean here, but it seemed like you're setting them up a bit. You were saying, like, oh, so what would it take for you to then kind of like draw a line and distance yourself from somebody like that? He already told you that that was enough. He already said that that's it. So when you then kind of keep
What's it?
asking him that question, that he said this changes things and that's not right. And pretty much quite a few people on the panel said that. And you seem to be saying
That's
that he's
good.
not holding people accountable, but you yourself acknowledged at the beginning, you actually pointed it out that he's been saying all along that you need to hold people accountable. So if he's got a big platform, that's been his message all along. You yourself admitted that you know it and that you heard it. You need to hold these people accountable. You need to hold your friends accountable. So that is the message he preaches. I mean, just because you didn't hear him call the guy out, at least he's putting that message out there to hold your friends accountable. You seem to be upset that he didn't do it right away, but he said that it's because you didn't see the picture. And afterwards, when you brought it up in that chat, he
And not only
said
that,
that
but
that's out of line.
yeah.
So
Not
like,
only,
isn't I'm not sorry. Wait one second. I'm not trying to kind of like attack you for this because I know that you're calling out bad behavior. We all agree that those guys. I mean, hey, look, I'd be the first guy there. I believe in like bring back the complete most barbaric medieval punishment for those people, hang, drawn, quartered, whatever.
yeah.
Like if you know that they're guilty of it, do that. Like take them out, like in the slowest, most painful way possible. But nobody's arguing on that. I just think that like, can't you see that like that is what he did? I mean, during that chat, because you seemed like a dog with a bone. You didn't want to let it go, even when he said like, "Yeah, I agree, that changes things."
Yeah, I mean, there was a bit baked in there as far as when I hopped on that stream and when I asked, well, what did you say or what was your response? What I kept hearing from him is, well, I'm not going to tell you. You can go back and watch it. So I don't recall the part that you're saying where he told me that he was wrong, But nonetheless, I mean, look, just getting back to common sense here for a minute. When I tagged him in that post, all the fanboys on that Glenn stream are talking about you didn't tag Zerka, you didn't tag Zerka. When you repost somebody's post, they're automatically tagged. I'm not even a Twitter vet, and I know that.
Wait,
It's,
is there a difference between, because I'm pretty sure Zerka has the blue check mark. I think, do you have, I'm not too sure if you have a blue check mark on X. But
Yo, what's up,
what's the
everybody?
difference there? Because my
Going on,
understanding is
Mullet Master?
somebody without it, they won't get a notification and they filter out a whole lot of.
I'm
Being
just
a
waiting
mullet
for the
master,
talking
man.
part.
okay, let's say that you're right, and let's say I don't have a blue check. I believe I do, but let's say I don't.
We're watching a video.
Either way,
We're watching a
it's not as
live
if
stream.
I was trying to obfuscate, Zerka's accountability. I did what someone would do when they're tagging somebody automatically, which is repost what they posted to post quote it. and
But
then
he
they
didn't
notification
retweet
that
it,
Somebody did it.
right?
It was
He
a
done the link.
compliment,
Yeah, he just
and
he
from
dropped the
there,
link in there. He
the
didn't
idea
retweet
of
it.
Glenn saying, "Well, I didn't
Retweeting it
read the
would
post, I
tag
didn't have
Zerka.
time, I was busy."
The
Okay,
whole tweet though
fine.
was focused at
Then
you,
why
Glenn.
respond
I know.
back to something that you didn't read? That makes no sense. You would wait. Anyone with a brain in their head would wait to read what they're going to respond back to. And this idea of, I don't have time to look at Twitter, but you have
He
8
linked the full
hours
thread
to
and expected
do
Glenn to
a-
read through
a
the whole thread, by
response
the way.
Yeah.
to something that you could have read in 8 seconds.
Okay, so based, even if it's stupid to do that, right? I've got to admit, there's times where I assumed that, hey, look, I don't want to open a whole bloody article. I think I know what this is about, whatever, and I responded back. And if that's stupid, that's cool.
Nobody
I
reads the
understand, we make
terms of
mistakes.
conditions.
The point is
The-
that he admitted, or at least he claimed that that was a mistake that he made, right? So
Okay.
are you saying that you believe that Glenn is the kind of guy that would genuinely open an article, see that it was a guy groping a underage kid, and then say, "Yeah, I'm cool with this. I'd still be his friend"? Do you honestly think that he would do that?
I'm not going to speculate on that too deep, but I
I'm
know
not
what you're
asking you
saying.
to speculate. I'm just asking, is that your opinion?
Well,
You
you're
don't need to
asking, do I
speculate
think
on your
that
own
he
opinion.
thinks? Yeah. I don't know, but it wouldn't shock me.
Alicia's a
So you
liar.
honestly think that? I mean, you wouldn't be surprised that this is a guy who would find out that somebody's a PDF and then just say, "Yeah, that's cool. I'll be friends with him."
I don't know.
Well, I mean, what do you mean you don't know? I'm asking your opinion. I'm not asking you for the facts. I'm asking you, is that your opinion of him?
50-50. That's my opinion.
Dude, man, that's kind of. I mean, okay, if that's what you think, that's fine. But I think it just adds to the idea that you've got it in for him
Alicia.
some other reason.
Yeah, it really does. Well, also
Alicia.
in that same stream, Speakeasy brought up that you were on Amigo, debating young people, and we know Amigo has a reputation of PDF reputation. So again, the argument that because Glenn is friendly and not taking, not putting that friend, which by the way, they're not really friends, bro. They had like a few streams together. I would doubt that Zerka would even give a shit if Glenn reached out to him about that, right? But I'm just saying, like, your situation that you were on a app that is very much known for PDF
I mean, this is
stuff.
poisoning the
Hold on.
well.
Well, hold on.
Oh, it's poisoning the
Couldn't
well.
you see that people
Oh,
take
so he knows how
that
poison the well is.
and run with it as well, Face?
Sure.
I
Hey, sorry
hate
about
moral
that. I'm on
debate.
Well, just like you're running with.
I'm on a phone and
this
No,
whole
wait,
StreamYard
story.
kind of sucks on a phone.
nobody wants to poison the well.
Yeah.
You're
Nobody
cool,
wants
bro.
to run
It
the
Yeah,
well.
I'm not.
I think
I'm
Jake is
asking you a
just
legitimate
pointing out that
question.
things can look bad, right? And as you said, and I respect that, Roku, you said you don't want to speculate. And Jake's just pointing out that like people could speculate with that and make it look bad. Obviously, I know you understand that. But I mean, everyone can be put in a situation, it's a bad look. And obviously this is nasty allegation. I mean, this is probably the worst allegation you can make about people nowadays, right?
Yeah,
So
it's
I mean,
really bad.
couldn't it just be that
Speculation's
be that
fine. Just
Glenn-
don't
and
assume. Right, Glenn?
I'm not making assumptions. I think
Yeah, don't
Jake pretty
assume.
much kind of
It
alluded
makes
to
an
that.
ass out of you and me.
But it's like,
Yep.
look, dude, honestly, I'd be willing to call somebody out, even if it's my best friend, right? If I find out that there's these allegations and they prove to be right, I would be the first one to say, like, throw him in the deepest hole you can find, right? And fill it up. But like I said, I would do that once it's proven, right? I mean, so far, like, we don't know the full story. I'm not defending this guy. I think you pointed out in that video that you did that it turned out that he had somebody that was scouting for him, and they were the ones that were in charge of the background checks. And like, whatever the situation is, he came out saying that, like, this isn't real, or he was set up or something like that. He didn't know. Somebody else didn't do their job properly with vetting the ID. But the thing is that doesn't that add to the fact that when he was saying all of that stuff before, that he was a PDF, that was a joke, that he isn't actually one? Because if he then gets caught with one, he'd be like, "Oh, hey, I told you, this is me," right?
Brilliant question.
No,
So, like, so what would be wrong with Glenn waiting for like some corroboration,
yeah,
Twist the knife, Damon.
like some type of
context if they
actual
are
like
friends?
actual evidence on that, because you're basically insinuating that because Glenn supports that, or he's not putting his friend accountable, therefore you're kind of lumping them in with those people that promote that degeneracy. It just doesn't really add up there, Base.
I mean, let's not forget Glenn's
That
got
Ellen
kids, right? He's got a kid.
degeneracy.
Yeah, and he's married.
Exactly, yeah. So I mean, this is kind of
My man.
I don't know.
So so at the end of the day, I mean, that's what it.
Look at his
what I'm
face.
looking at
He
here, bro,
is so sickened.
You're
He did
Yep.
not think it
really
was going to go like this.
fall too well, in my opinion.
Based means well. He
Mm.
just needs to work on his delivery.
Any retort?
No,
Base,
no,
nothing.
I'll let you hold the W.
I still
No,
like him. No,
dude,
we're
come on,
we're
man.
pals.
But
He's
you
got-
can see my point, though. Can you at least see my point there? Like, again, when Speakeasy spoke about you being on a
You know,
video,
like
he claimed that you
he,
deleted.
he
a
doesn't
video.
have a point.
I
Like
don't know.
when it comes to me, because one,
Did you guys show it on stream?
like
You were on there.
I showed the evidence of
Have
my
never
relationship with
used those
Zerka, what it's
yet.
been, what it's always
There's
been.
no connection, no correlation.
He said that I don't
Sure,
call
why don't-
people out. I don't
why
call
don't-
them out. I did a
No,
whole
no,
stream of
Glenn,
me
why don't-
calling
why don't
Zerka out and holding him
why don't you-
accountable.
I mean, Glenn. I'm sorry, Base. Why don't you admit?
You know what I'm saying?
By the
using
way,
the
did you
app
make
as
any
a
progress
means
with
of
Flow State,
PDF
or did that
would
go anywhere?
probably
I
be
didn't watch
bad.
the
You
second
shouldn't do
half.
that, right? 'Cause
Oh,
you're
me and Flow
supporting
State
a
talked, but we're cool.
platform that embraces
About
that
this.
type
I
of
mean, I
degeneracy.
missed the second
Oh,
half.
Flow
You
State,
using
Flow
that-
State agrees with
Well,
me.
I'm gonna ask you.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
think that, and I think Omigo is dead. I think it got killed off.
Yeah, he got killed off. Yeah.
But you think that anyone who is using it
No.
should know? Well, no, should
I'm
know.
not thinking that.
Okay, what you're saying, it is known for PDF files. Now, in the same token, couldn't we say the internet is known for PDF files?
I still think I could settle this in
No,
5
it-
minutes,
I
but
mean,
you
I
know,
guess
that's
it's
just
a
me
peaceful
being
Well, no,
protest.
it's just
arrogant.
like,
Well, I'm just
but
saying.
Five, here's this is where
You're
you're.
trying
This
to
is where
say
you don't
like
get it.
this
He
is
already
so
did the
cheap.
damage
Twitter, but that's
by
the point.
doing what he
Somebody's
said to do.
linked to it.
Okay,
Yeah.
7 minutes.
Somebody's linked
I can
to
settle it in
link.
7 minutes.
You wouldn't be able to settle it because again, like he's wrong. He fucking ran his mouth on something that's not true, which
He-
only attacks my credibility. He labeled me to be something that I wasn't, off of zero evidence to support any of that.
I think there's a little bit of wrong on both sides, but
What did I do? I don't have to do it. I didn't do anything wrong. What did I do wrong?
We
Tell
can
me
get
one-
into it if you want to.
I would love to. I would love to. Tell me what I actually did wrong.
Okay, so he misunderstood from the beginning how much you looked into it before you responded to it. I get that. I understand that. He won't hear that until you at least bring that up and discuss it. That's
I already
point one.
did.
Well, you're
He-
completely
he
jumping the gun here,
dismissed-
Wi-Fi.
But he already dismissed that. So he's like, oh, well,
That-
why did you even respond?
That's
Well-
where I would make him acknowledge it. You know, see that's y'all aren't talking to each other.
Here's
You're
the
not
thing.
talking
Here's
past
the
each
thing.
other.
Even if I didn't respond, he still would have said that, oh, he's dodging me because he doesn't want to call out his buddy or whatever he was going to say.
And
So
that would
I'll be fucked either way. Either I'm fucked if I do, and I'm fucked if I don't with him.
I get your point, but you would actually
So-
be 100% right in that case, even though he perceives it wrong or whatever. That's not
I'm
it.
still 100% right with the way I did it because I didn't do anything wrong.
70-30. I'm going with 70-30 on this one.
Nah, no, because nobody told him to read into anything that wasn't there.
All right, we won't get into it.
Well, I fight.
We
What's the
could.
original tweet? What's the original tweet? I fight.
I believe it was him responding
pull it
to
up.
Circa's tweet, and he assumed that
No, he didn't respond to Circus tweet. He linked Circus tweet and attacked Glenn. He never mentioned Circa. Never even tried to call it Circa. You're jumping the gun.
he doesn't. He had no intention of bringing Zerka into the conversation. It was between Based and Glenn. That's the only conversation that was being had.
So if you have a problem with Zerka and what he's doing, why don't you take it up with Zerka?
Because his problem is with who you associate with, and that's a whole different can of worms. That's the
Okay.
whole different debate.
I don't fucking answer to him for anything.
I know
Why do
that's the contention.
So-
He's
but like, who does he think he is? That's the funny thing. Who does he think he is? That
I'm
you know-
still trying to figure it out. The jury's still out on that one, Glenn. Give us time. But he thinks he is so strongly invested in Christian morality that
he's not even a Christian. So how
hold
can
on,
he be?
hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. He's so heavily invested in it. He doesn't even feel the need to sign up to Christianity. He just loves everything it teaches, and he adopts it full, 100%. He's arguing from like an ethical point of view. He thinks that he doesn't need to be a Christian to have ethics. He thinks that ethically you should still avoid, bad people. Is his point.
It sounds like a Christian grifter.
It could be perceived that way. Again, if we insisted that only Christians are allowed to promote Christian values, then that would get into a very hypocritical world, which we live in now anyway. But that's not the
I
point.
mean,
The
I
point
was
is,
like that for a while, but my life was pretty hopeless at that point, so we don't have to talk about that.
all of us have, and him too. And so he's going the route where he's like fully on board with Christianity. He never questions it or down talks it or anything. But he's not a Christian. So that's the weird part that keeps weirding people out. We're like, why are you so gung-ho about Christianity when you're just like, a regular agnostic or whatever on the sidelines? And so this is what's happening. Like, people are like dumbfounded. They're like, what, bro, why are you coming at me so hard? Like Glenn, like Sarah, like
Well, no,
everyone
because,
else on
like,
the internet.
No, it's not like, why are you coming at me so hard? It's why are you even fucking bringing me into this shit? Because I have nothing to fucking do with it.
Because Glenn, in his eyes, he thinks that you are an influencer, and influencers have. Hello?
Sorry, I'm fucking around with shit.
Oh, I didn't know if you were like kicking people.
No.
He views you as an influencer, and his point is that influencers have a higher responsibility because now you do have to account for the people that you associate with. And
No,
promote and all that stuff.
I don't. I really don't.
That's a debate you can have with it. I'm just saying that's
Because
his debate.
again, I'm nobody's leader. I've always said that. Like,
You're
know,
an
like,
influencer, Glenn. People
so,
watch you.
so
and
what?
listen to
People
you.
watch me, and then they hear me tell them, I don't fucking follow me. I'm not your hero. I don't want to be your leader. I ain't shit. Like, I'm just another guy like you.
Okay, okay, Glenn. If your rebuttal
So-
to base is like, fuck you, I don't have any standards, don't hold me to any standards, then that's an honest
No,
reply. So
that's not my thing. But the whole point is that, for one, I don't need to answer to him why my relationship is what it is with Zerka. Now, I did, and I shared that with everybody, why my relationship is the way that it is with Zerka. Why would I still have that, open that door there for him? And that's why I showed you guys in the video, because the relationship has always been based on sharing the Bible to him, helping him with his faith, holding him accountable, right? Calling him out. That's
I
what I
understand
did.
that. I understand that, Glenn.
So-
He
so
doesn't
all-
understand that.
But all that shit that he said, he made all these allegations without even doing his due diligence.
I
what I'm saying?
agree. That's what I'm
So,
saying.
but
Like,
there's not this, oh, Glenn, you're wrong, he's wrong shit. No,
No,
he's
no.
wrong he's just wrong.
Okay,
And
okay.
he won't
80-20,
even,
Glenn. 80-20. I agree. It's
and he won't
80-20.
even acknowledge. He won't even acknowledge the level of his wrong and the consequences that it can have and negatively impact. Is
80-20. That's the best I can do, Glenn. That's the best I can do for you. You've convinced me. I agree with you mostly.
I mean, yeah, whatever. I mean, I just don't think that, you know, that's what I'm wondering, Dano. What is the 20%? I don't even know what 20%.
It's
is.
because he assumed you read everything you
that
responded.
has nothing. So that's his. So he's stupid. So it's my fault.
No, listen.
It's my fault that he's stupid.
Glenn. Is it reasonable to assume when you respond to someone on the internet, whether it's linked or not, that they read fully what they're talking about?
No, because if you read what I said, I'm like, what? Like, but like, do I need an answer for something, or, you know, account for?
Okay. Let me address
Like-
that, Glenn. Let me address that. Maybe he thought you meant what, as in like what? Why do you have a problem with this? Not like what are you talking about? Like, see, that's just miscommunication. That's
Well,
not
he
an
already knows,
argument.
because every time he brings up Zerka, he's like, "Oh, and that's your friend, right?" Like, he always brings that up. Like, Zerka does
I
something
agree.
stupid.
He's trying to play
So-
a little gotcha game where, like,
Yeah.
you admit that you said you're friends with him, but then you later changed and said you're not friends with him. But this is such petty bullshit. I agree. Base is now it's 90-10. Okay, base can be very petty. We both agree. Do you agree with that, Glenn?
Not just petty, like the level of manipulative
Oh,
behavior in this is just ridiculous.
Like a guilt trip.
Well,
he-
it's not even
he's
a guilt trip. It's the way that the way that he decided to show everything. He was constructing a narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was intentionally trying to construct the narrative.
I think Flow State said it best when he said, "Base, what holy crusade are you on now?" You know, that's the best way to begin conversations with him. I agree. That's his new.
But no, I'm
look
talking
in life.
about the narrative. He intentionally.
The narrative of the holy
Like-
crusade he's on.
Well, no, it started from this. I'll
thing
show
with the
you.
base- So
No. This his words.
Yeah, I've seen this part before too.
Right here, look it. So he said he's gonna say, "Let me pull up the tweet."
People.
And then pretends like you saw the picture, and then later you said,
No,
"I
no,
didn't
no.
see the
This is his
picture."
words.
So what's
Watch.
with Glennon and Zerka? He collaborates with him?
Well, I mean, look, it's not all about Glenn Zerka. The core was Zerka, and when I brought this up to Glenn on Twitter, right, these messages I brought up, I'll just bring them up again. So getting at
Okay. So he said, "Let me pull up the tweet." This is what he pulls up first.
Right, as if that's what they're talking about.
No, as if this is what he sent me.
Right. I've heard this. I agree with you, Glenn.
So
I
this,
understand.
the order of, you know, the chronological order of things that he's
Yes,
trying
yes.
to showcase
Mhm.
is he's trying to say, like, "Hey, I first sent him this picture, and then this, and then, you know, I tagged him in this." Like, that's the level, that's the way that he's trying to unveil things, as that was the way it was done. And that is not the way that it was done. And that's
Right.
misleading. That's intentionally misleading.
That's shit he's got to answer for. That's why I
That's-
said I could
that
settle
is
this in about
deceptive.
7 minutes. I could
That
settle
is
this
the-
in about 7 minutes.
That is deceptive as fuck. Like, there's nothing to settle, because why do I want to be like
No, I meant
interact
with
with
Base.
somebody
Base
that
has
is
to
like
answer
so
for that.
deceptive?
I'm saying
like this-
Base would have to answer for that. He would have to explain himself on why he did that.
And then like he's standing on this moral, like he's like the moral authority.
That's the
Wow,
problem.
where's the morals there? You know, Mr. Moral Authority, where's your morals?
Well, he's not a Christian, so you can't hold him to those standards.
No, I'm holding them to the standards that he is trying to hold everybody else to.
I know that's the now, Glenn. I've tried to put this in human words that Base can understand. He doesn't understand why everybody reacts so negatively back at him. You know that he knows that he's on a holy crusade, but he doesn't understand like why he confuses the fuck out of Flow State. Why I'm constantly like correcting him. I'm like, dude, I understand your intent and your message. You're fucking it up with your delivery system. You're burning bridges that aren't even there to begin with, and you're like ruining all your existing friendships. So it's like you're just gonna make everyone your enemy. And if you want to be like a victim complex, you know, congratulations. But you know, there's better ways to spread your message. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But right now he's not talking to me because I think you broke him. You broke base, and now he won't even respond to me.
How did I break base?
Because remember the last thread the last panel we were on where I magically summoned base for you so we could settle this in 7 minutes. I think he felt like I ambushed him or tricked him into it or something because now he won't talk to me. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with him. I didn't even know he was on that other panel until you showed me. But anyways, it is what it is.
It'll be okay, man. You're just a seashell.
Yeah. Calm down, relax. It's just a seashell. Put the guns down. By the way, I see Clown on panel, and I would love to hear his take. I'm a big fan of the Clown man. What's his name again?
Sorry, I didn't realize I was being summoned. I was playing around with this.
Playing around with the cat?
I was playing around with my cat. I was touching my
Your
pussy.
pussy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With pussy. What's your thoughts on this whole debacle?
My thoughts on the whole debacle. It sounds like one guy's talking out of his ass to make another guy look bad for clout. That's serious. Like that's exactly what I'm seeing.
It's more like misguided good intentions. He's
No,
going into it with good
no.
intentions, but he's fucking.
I think you're giving him way too much of the benefit of the doubt.
I've known him long enough, Glenn. I've known him just long enough where he's.
Well, I don't
not
know
that
this
dumb.
Zerka guy either. Like I have no clue who that is, and I don't know anything about
I don't
base
either.
Oracle.
I think poor Zerka is just a collateral damage in this discussion because he doesn't realize what a big fight he's caused. But anyways.
But I mean, you don't go around talking about how you want to bank 17-year-olds. Like if that's really what he's doing, look out, buddy.
Man,
I've told Zerka several times before, like, you know, dude, you're gonna end up catching yourself a case with this shit.
Yeah.
Like and
Our shot.
you know, like you're gonna find yourself in a position where it's just gonna be bad for you. And you know, he's like, I'm a comedian, it's comedy. I'm like, nobody's taking it as a joke, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people actually think that you're doing this. He's like, that's the funny part. I'm like, no, it's only funny to you because you know the difference.
Well, see, there used to be this kid that went around. He was I want to say a Filipino dude. I always forget his name, but online he kept making jokes about that kind of thing, right? And he was like arguing in favor of not arresting people, like the PDF file types. What was that kid's name? It was something weird. Anyways, he ended up getting arrested for like basically the exact same shit. And it's like he was claiming it was a big joke. It was a big joke. It was, I think, Angus Lee or Angus Yee, something like that. It was a while back, man. He was on panels with like Andy Worski and a bunch of other people, and you know, like he was arguing against Filipino law and like how bad it can be on the people. And then he started talking about how, oh no, it's okay if you want to be with underage girls. I'm not doing it. Blah blah blah. And then he got popped for some very similar shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Can we all agree that no one should be friends with the Weinsteins? Is that something we can all agree on?
Yeah.
Now, Glenn, if you say I could be friends with him, now I'm going to call you out for that.
Probably just
Like, I don't know
anything
if you
that
guys.
ends in steam.
I've heard Street Maxer say that he wanted to hang out with Hunter Biden before and party with him,
Holy shit.
and that he wanted to go to Epstein Island and shit.
Even Epstein has standards.
Well, I don't know. He could have been a plant. We can get into that on another stream, like a conspiracy stream. Okay. I feel like I've been put on the spot.
You are. I called you out, dude. Take over the show. Tell us about Trad Camp. What's your version of Trad Camp? Is it a satire or is it like a documentary?
Like a traditional camp? We'd have to put people in a camp to where they'd realize over time that they should be like the 1950s, right? Everything shoulder pads, cigarettes everywhere, and Teriak's wife meets him at the door when he comes home from work with a bourbon on the rocks, you know, and dinner in the oven, and high heels and a poodle skirt.
Good woman right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then if he rubs her genie lamp, then she gives him 3 wishes.
Exactly.
Oy
I think it'd be kind of cool if it was like Survivor,
Oh, dude. Make it like Naked and Afraid.
Concerned he is Zerka.
Yeah, just throw him on a fucking island or something.
Yeah. Throw them on an island, no shoes, no socks, all the service.
The challenges are the lessons they have to learn.
This type of thing could happen.
Are they still going live, or is they?
It could
Is it
happen
over
to
yet?
anyone. You could argue that could happen to anyone. Meanwhile, it's probably not going to happen to men who aren't seeking out as a 30-year-old, 17 on the border
Also,
of
I'm sorry if
18
there's like
women. You're
random
probably
roosters
not gonna
crowing
end
and
up
stuff.
with
I'm sitting outside.
16-year-old, probably not.
Now
But it
that's
could
based.
happen. It's possible. And my point is, if this is what he's doing, this is what he's promoting, then it's no surprise that this ended up happening. So the idea of, well, it's not my fault, it's somebody else's fault, I find that to be bullshit.
Okay, so if you think that that's what he should do, like, don't you think that it would have been a bit wiser, especially like you said, as somebody who's got a big platform and accountability in that sense? Don't you think it'd be wiser to not do it right now, where it kind of serves that whole mob rule, mob justice kind of thing, and maybe wait until after, you know, have the actual court trial rather than the public opinion thing? Just wait to find more facts about what's going on. Like, there's a lot of people out to get people like this. You know, there's an attack on the manosphere. You know, there's a lot of people that could do anything nowadays with regards to showing some pictures or anything like that. You know?
Won't somebody think of the manosphere?
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of enemies of the manosphere. As far as I'm concerned, Zerka admitted everything that needed to be admitted within that one tweet, so I don't know what else there was to look into. As far as Glenn's reaction, as far as I'm concerned, it's kind of been a path like this, where anyone that he is associating with, anyone who he can get clout off of, or, you know, that type of thing, collaborate with, he takes a very soft stance on. Unless they do something to him like Rolo, that's when he speaks out about Rolo. And oh, Rolo's full of shit now.
That's
because
why
he's
Glenn is so
talking shit
soft
about
on me. Now I figured
Rather
it out.
than, well, how about Rolo's been the way he is for quite some time? But you didn't want to call it out when you guys were cool, when you could get some clout off of him and, you know, do collaborations. Then it's different.
In what sense? Like, who specifically are you pointing out right now, though? Like,
Oh, I'm talking
Glenn
about.
still, or?
Yeah, no, you were asking me about Glenn.
Right.
So I'm just
okay.
saying I've noticed a pattern of it seems like he doesn't want to call out the people around him, and that's his prerogative. Just like it's mine to call out the people who I want to call.
It's none of his business.
It's none of whose business.
Based oracles.
Why not?
Why is it? Tell me, Phil. Why is it his business?
Phil.
He didn't help
Oh,
you out.
I
that
don't
name.
have any friends on here.
Okay, so you
Am
so
I
at the end of
allowed
the
to
day,
call
you're not
out
willing- 'cause here's the
base
thing.
problems?
Like, why didn't you just reach out to
Is it my
Glenn prior
business?
before saying your
Could be.
statements?
If
Yeah,
you made it your
That's-
business.
that's
issue
really
you
hurt
know.
my feelings.
Everyone
Someone
on
else
panel
is-
is my business right now. You're all my bitches.
Exactly. That's very true. Like, once you put yourself out
Oh, great.
online,
And
it
see,
can
here's
be
another
everybody's business.
Here's another perfect
You know?
example. Speak easy to center of the room. He's my bitch. This is my business.
No, no, no.
You wish, bro.
No, no, no.
I call him
Let-
Speezy because it's just
let's-
both names smashed together.
So I just wanted to come say here quick. The guy just said, what did he say? He said he had a problem with Glenn not calling the people out around him because he thinks Glenn's trying to get clout and that's why he's not calling them out, right? The dude has this problem with Andrew Wilson all this time. You know how many times he's been on verbal combat with Andrew Wilson and said fuck all about his issue with him?
Really?
So this guy talking about, oh, I don't, Glenn doesn't call. Why didn't he call out Andrew then when he was on verbal combat with him? If he wanted to fucking call him out so bad, because he knew that he was gonna look fucking stupid in front of everybody and didn't want to fucking cut his ties. That's what it was. He did the same shit. He's trying to say Glenn did. He's a fucking. This guy's a pure backbiter, man. Pure
At least
fucking bitch.
1v1 him like a real man. that has giant balls like the seashell man.
iFile, yesterday you were saying China
I
banned
will
rugby.
1v1 anyone on the internet. I5.
No, I said I 1v1'd Andrew on your show, dipshit.
You didn't can him on though.
You did actually. That's true.
That's my point. Finally, you agreed to one thing I've said. Thank you. Speak easy.
No,
Fucking
punch
retard.
each or no, kiss each other. Well, wait, no.
Again?
High five each other without shirts on, like that movie.
While playing volleyball on the beach?
With, yeah, with the Jets. Yeah. The top.
Nice.
Become Tom Cruise.
Top Gun is the gayest movie ever made. Prove me wrong.
It just might be.
Change my mind.
I haven't seen the second one. I heard it's.
Yo, that
something.
I don't care what any of you say. Yo, Maverick's a good movie. Shut up.
I heard it's good.
It is. It is fucking
I
great.
just haven't
okay?
seen it yet.
And Tom Cruise literally went and flew fucking fighter
Mhm.
jets to fucking train for that movie. Okay.
We're
So,
talking about the original Top
dedication.
Gun, you fucking retard.
fuck the original Top Gun. Okay.
I know, it's the gayest porn ever.
It should have
Is it
been
as
only
bad
the
as
second
that,
one.
Is it as bad as that David Bowie and the other guy music video, the dancing in the street?
Oh, yeah, it's even gayer than that.
No,
Oh, man.
nothing's gayer than that music video. Okay. Nothing.
Is it gayer than Come on a Mustache?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Glenn,
Brokeback
Jake's asking
Mountain.
if you want to come on.
Photo finish.
Brokeback Mountain ass type shit.
I like how it's broke my
And I
mountain ass.
also I wanted to point out because I seen Jake try to point this out to Based, and he's like, "Oh, you're just poisoning the well." But the point is that it's the exact same thing. It's as if I was to go around and keep harping on him about deleting those fucking videos that he had about when he was on Omegle debating the fucking young girl about love. If I was to go around and harp on that and tell everyone he must be hiding something, he must do weird shit because he goes on Omegle. Like, that's what he's doing right now with what he's doing about Glenn. It's the exact same fucking thing.
Speak easy. Are you poisoning the well right now?
I don't give a fuck if it is, if it isn't.
Glenn,
I'm just
Glenn,
saying
Glenn.
facts, bro.
Alright.
I'm just saying facts, you know? Fact
Glenn, take this
is,
one.
he was on my show. I called him out for fucking debating young kids on Omegle. I told him, yo, I'm not those little kids you're debating on Omegle. Hey, watch your mouth. And then he left, deleted them, and they are not to be seen no more. You do the math yourself, bro.
Illuminati confirmed. Oh, are we almost done
Illuminati.
here? Or are we just gonna keep?
Illuminati.
remember,
You didn't get it right. It's the
I'm
Illuminati.
gonna redirect everything. You guys, I'm gonna redirect to to Jake's channel right now.
We're all
Um,
going there. We're gonna raid his channel.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go over
Speakeasy,
there.
The panel I was on with you last night was funny as shit.
Wait, what'd you say, Glenn?
He's
Either I can make you a mod or make you an admin on my StreamYard, and I go over to Jake's channel, or and you keep this one open, or we just like send this all over to Jake's channel.
Make me mod.
No, I'm not making you admin.
I thought you're
Oh,
crazy, bro.
man, come on.
Send me your email.
I'm gonna stream in like a half an hour anyway, so you might as well just send them all over for now.
All right, you guys. I will just try to redirect everybody to
Put the StreamYard link for VO Pods.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that
want
right
in on
now.
Is it Veal Pods?
Yeah, VO Pod.
Veal.
Project
Veal.
VO Pod.
Yeah.
I thought you said veal, like the baby cows.
VO English letters.
I don't know what that is.
Learn it.
I'm a Canadian rapper. No.
Or at least learn some Americanish if you can't speak English.
I do
Learn
know
some
Americanish.
Americanish.
Legendary says I'll be streaming in about a half an hour too, plus 5 years.
Half an hour and 5 years.
All right, where is the redirection?
Dude, I got a
reaction?
buddy I taught OBS.
You
and
know
I
how
can
to
only
do
stream
it,
twice a
Glenn?
year.
Yep, I'm doing it right now.
Okay. Is he is Jake's channel, does he have his like panel open, or he's doing just like a
Oh, I can't redirect.
Oh,
well.
man.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you
Wait,
gotta
guys.
well,
have it set
It
up.
won't let you redirect to him.
Yeah, it won't let me redirect to him.
Oh, he's got to turn it on to be able to be
Yeah.
redirected. Fucking
So
guy.
you guys, here's the. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Here's in the back chat. There's that one, and then here, you guys, for Jake's channel.
Okay,
So
word.
see you over there, and I'll go over there and have to kick some ass. All right, talk to you
All
guys
right.
soon.
Let's
Peace.
go.
Later.
Let's go.